welcome to my channel. I hope that you're having a fabulous day. I have a design team project for ASC Craft Supplies. I will link both of their online stores in the description box below, as well as the VIP Facebook group. And what I have created today are some Joy Fold cards, and I followed a tutorial on Graphic 45's YouTube channel. I used the Mintay Nana's Kitchen paper collection for the top two, and then I used Mintay's Peony Garden for the bottom two cards. I'll just put these to the side, and we'll pull this one over. It's just a really fun fold card that lays flat for shipping or gift giving. And I did add a couple of floral clusters and some of the cut aparts from the paper, as well as these leaves that I cut with a Cricut for this beautiful kitchen scene here. And of course the rolling pin and the tea kettle, and it just opens for the plaid here, really pretty green. And then the vintage looking plates, and it opens, and then we have like some recipe pages from a cookbook, and then here we have our sentiment area. So it's just a fun fold card. And here we have this really pretty journaling card with the window and the florals. And once again, these are from the ASC Supply shop, and it opens up, and we have the plates and saucers and pitcher and like the little creamer and the teacups. And there's that really pretty plaid and another piece of the cookbook paper with the recipes. And it's really pretty floral in the background. I had made a recipe folio, so I was using up some of the scraps, making some cards from that collection. And then this is the Mintay's Peony Garden. It's just a stunning, stunning collection. So I have an ephemera piece and put some of the flowers from the shop. This beautiful scene here on the front of the card. And then you open it to reveal the doily and then the green polka dot, which is so pretty. And I forgot to put a sentiment piece there. And over here we have the peonies as well as the greenhouse. And you can see the shutters here on the background. Here we have the shutters. That was on the other card with a little hat and a little kitten. And then I have some ephemera pieces and the flowers from the shop and some leaves. And it just opens to reveal the gorgeous, gorgeous scenery. And then here we have all these gorgeous peonies and another part of this scene. And here's our sentiment area with the doily background paper. It's just a stunning collection. I do have a tutorial if you stay tuned. We're going to need 2 pieces of cardstock, and the first one measures at 6 inches tall by 9 inches wide. And on the 9-inch side, we're going to score at 3 inches. And you want to give that a good burnish and fold it over. Then on the second piece, we're going to need 8.5 inches wide by 5 inches tall. And we're going to score in the middle at 4 1/4 inches. And then we'll want to fold it over and give it a good burnish. This one, it's going to fold backwards, so we can attach it here. And it will be, you know, on the front of the card. And for the larger section, we will need 2 pieces of decorative paper that measure 2 7/8 inches wide by 5 7/8 inches tall. And then for the large portion, this is a 5 7/8 by 5 7/8 square. And for the smaller card, we're going to need 2 decorative that measure 4 1/8 wide by 4 7/8 inches tall. And we'll need a sentiment area. So I've just used the white cardstock, and this measures 4 1/8 by 4 7/8. So I'm going to glue the papers. So I chose to put this one on the outside, and on the inside, I'm going to have this piece here, and I'm just gluing between the outside edge and that score line, and outside edge and the score line, centering it. And then on this one, like I said, we're going to open it up to the right versus the left. So I'm putting that on the outside, opening it this way. The white is going to go here on the left-hand side. I'm just scoring these between the outside edges and that middle score line. and then putting this paper here, once again, the outside edge and that middle score line. So I'm going to glue all of these together, and I also want to use a couple of magnets. I'm using glue dots to put on the outside edges of my magnets. I'm going to lay the magnets to the side. I want to glue on the large card, I want to glue this large centerpiece down, or center this piece on the large section. I want to be able to glue the smaller card so I can make sure I get my magnets in the proper place. I made one without a magnet, and it just bothered me that it kind of, even though I had scored it, it wasn't laying as flat as what I would like it to. Just scooch that around and give this a good burnish to distribute the glue. So I'm going to come in here and along the outside edge of my card bottom, I'm going to draw a little line at 1/2 inch, and then on the side I'm going to do a 7/8 inch line so I can get my card centered. That's what I had got. So if you're using the Tim Holtz ruler, I've just ran it along the 7/8 inch side. And I do love the Tim Holtz ruler, and they do have these at ASC Craft Supplies with free shipping. So little plug there. And so now I'm going to go ahead and move the big card to the side. I'm going to take the smaller one, and I'm going to glue my decorative paper, or not my decorative, excuse me. I'm going to glue the sentiment area. I'm just going to go ahead and glue it in before we attach it to the larger card. And I'm just centering that best I can. Now I want to go ahead, we've got our sentiment. I'm going to fold this over. Once again, make sure you have it folded where it's going to open to the right. And I'm going to put glue on the back of the small card. And I'm going to use my little lines here, and I'm just going to cover those up, barely go over them, because you won't see them, and it won't be that far off if you're just barely covering the pencil line. So that looks good and centered. I'm going to go ahead and burnish that down, and then fold. Okay, so we've got it open to the right. This one's open to the left. Fold this in, and then fold this one over. So that's how it closes. And like I said, I put glue dots on the outside of my magnets. It works perfectly. I've not seen anyone do that, but it just makes it so much easier to get them where you want them, the magnets. So I'm going to open this up. I'm going to put it in right about, whoops, it's sticking to my finger. So I've probably went over about 1 inch. And now I'm just going to fold that and give it a good push, and then we have our magnets attached. So now I'm going to glue the rest of my decorative papers like so on our card. Have our finished joy fold card, but I love these cards, just a different way, and you get to use a lot of your pretty patterned papers. And as you can tell, I like to use a variety of pattern papers in my projects. I figure if they come together in the paper pads, they are meant to be used together. So I have a lot of patterns. So I hope you enjoyed the tutorial. If you have any questions about the tutorial, just put it in the comment section. And I would love to hear which card is your favorite. We have 1, 2, 3, and 4. I hope everyone has a fabulous day. Thanks for watching. Bye-bye.